Hey guys. Music going. I've literally only just been able to boot my computer up. Just locked up. For no reason whatsoever, other than just to be a pain in the ass. I'm just still booting everything up. Sorry, bear with. Yeah. Seem to hear it. I am dead. Sorry guys. Bear with. Yeah, for some reason Windows has decided to change my default sound device. There we go. Now here. Which helps. Hey Fluff. Hey Crazy. How's it going, man? Alright, I need to go down onto planet. Because today, again, no static again today. Today we're going to be building a hover tank. Haven't built a hover tank in a while. The last hover tank I built was the Mark II Crusader. Which is a good machine, but I want to build something even bigger. Hey Thyrio, how's it going? There isn't any music. There isn't, is there? Desktop audio. What are you doing? Right, it's because my default has changed for reasons unknown. There we go. Thanks for letting me know. The station will continue, yeah, it's just Static's schedule is all over the shop at the moment, so I don't want to do any work on the station without him, because it's a collab project. So for the next couple of weeks, we might be doing the station, we might be doing something else, so sorry about the confusion on that one. But yeah, like I said, we're trying and get back to it at some point, because we want to finish it. We need to finish it. Just wait 3 hours for DSL to load. Here we go. Oh boy. Not sure if it's worth actually building a tank here, just because of the bloody frame rates, to be honest. 24. Yeah. Let's go back up to 60. Now the DSL stopped. Maybe we can. Oops. A HV factory. I'm not sure if this HV factory is going to be wide enough. I kind of want to build something even bigger than the hangar can take. Well, maybe it would be good actually to build it in here, because that will actually force me to keep the size under control, and then I know what I'm working with. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I haven't got a plan, if that's not already plainly obvious. Never have a plan. Just make it up as I go along. Right, we are going to need a hover vessel starter block. I'm going to make it out of combat steel for the most part, and then with an internal hardened steel layer, a internal single steel, and we get some plastic blocks in there as well for decoration on the interior. What I got in my head is a really weird hover tank. Okay, so it's basically going to be a circle strafer, and all of its armament's going to be on one side. So, and I'm going to go over the device limits on this as well, because reasons. So let me just pull some more stuff in that we're going to need. Yeah, the main focus is going to be the weapons. So I want 4 artilleries, a whole bunch of rockets, a couple of plasmas, a couple of miniguns. No tools, nothing like that. I might put some harvesters on there just to deal with trees because it is going to be a bit of a beast. And then obviously, yeah, exactly. Hey Tie-Dye, what's up, man? Welcome along, buddy. So the Vindicator or Bearmoth, yeah, basically, beast. Right, I might worry about all this later because it's just going to clutter up some stuff. I need to do the outer frame first of all. So let's sort this out. This is my HV factory, which is quite nice because it's just got really bright lights in it. Right, the core. Go there. Just trying to get this in the center. There we go. That'll do. Right. So it's going to be an asymmetrical build. So really not. Right. It's really not going to be easy because it's going to limit my ability to use symmetry mode here. Right. Just going to do. I'm going to use symmetry mode to lay out the. First of all, let's raise this up a bit so that we're actually. I mean, I built these ditches here, which is really good. The underside, the bottom layer of armor, I think is going to be hardened steel rather than combat steel because it's the bottom, so it doesn't really need to be all that tough. Okay, so maybe a little bit longer than that. Yeah, that should be all right. Okay. So let's build a chassis initially. I'm pull in some thrusters actually because I'm going to take a page out of Excalibur's book because I've been looking at a lot of Excalibur's builds lately, and he's got a really cool thing that he does with the thrusters. He basically puts them all on the bottom and points them inwards, which works brilliantly. I'm just trying to figure out in my head right now, like, how I want to do that. So I think what I might do is lay the thrusters on the bottom. And I'm using these standard thruster M's because the jet ones, in my experience, just don't really give you that much of a bonus in thrust, to be honest. So I'm just going to give a crap load here. And this will allow it to strafe left, right. But to be honest, as long as it can go forward in a good way, relatively smoothly, and then it can turn, it can circle strafe. So. So with the hover engines, I'll put them actually a block above these thrusters. So let's fill this in a little bit. Let's give that a little bit, and then going to cover that over. Right. So that's kind of our chassis-ish. Doesn't look like much right now, but bear with. So I have it quite clear in my mind how I want the guns on one side to be laid out, and then the other side is going to be quite vulnerable in one way. So I like to build sort of vulnerabilities into my tank so that they can be stopped. I know that doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you make the most OP thing? Well, I think it doesn't tell very good stories when you build just massively OP stuff. See if I can start building a few more vehicles that kind of have a purpose and tell a story, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to do a couple of combat steel layers here because this is going to be where the sort of armor starts. But before I go much further into that, the biggest things are going to be these RT turrets, right? And I want all 4 of them sort of bang in the middle, kind of facing like that, but also 2 on the bottom, 2 on top, and then the ones on top are upside down. So, looking at how big they are. And of course, retractable. Do a two space gap there. Right. Let's use hardened steel here because that's more internal, that bit. Up. Actually, is that the way to do it? Maybe instead of 2 up, 2 down, I just put 4 on a long line, on a single line actually. Because otherwise I think it's just going to be really tall. I want it to have quite a low profile really. Okay, maybe I need to bring this platform along a bit and back a bit. And then what I could do, put 1, 2, 3. More. 4. It's a gun carriage. It's a gun carriage. It will be a good strafe, but not in the way. It will be a good strafe because not in the way that it will go left and right so much. It will go left and right. But with this thing, you just want to drive around the target in a circle, right? Just go in a circle. And all the guns on one side will just constantly fire. But all the armor's got to be on the side as well. But the difficulty with doing that is the weight, right? So everything's on one side. So you got to avoid the tank from just driving around on like all the time. So I'm going to put all this weight on this side and then I'll have to counter it over here, probably with like components, generators and stuff, maybe artificial mass blocks. Or the other way I can do it is I can put more hopper engines on this side and less on this side just to sort of counter that weight. But we'll see, we'll see. It's an experiment. I've never done this before, so it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. So here I'm going to put some lag shot protection into these guns here. Now these guns are going to receive incoming fire, right? Because turrets like to target turrets. If you're circle strafing something, this is probably going to be they're probably going to be the closest targets because I'll set the rocket launchers and plasmas back a bit. And as always, what I'll probably do is do a sort of basic shape and then I'll sort of cut into it to sculpt it a bit. So probably start off with a lot of just flat surfaces and then I'll build on that later. Right, so what I could do actually, thinking about it, I could do a symmetry mode on that, like that. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So I want some rocket launchers, please. And these are going to be retractable, of course. So I'm going to stick one there, and one's going to sit there. That's good. I'm going to sit one there. Excellent. So I might have to make this a bit longer as well, because I wasn't planning these turrets to be so close to the back, but this is a savage gun carrier. Well, that's the hope. I mean, yeah, we'll have a good anti-POI machine here, but mostly it can deal with these horrendously overpowered bases that you get in PvP as well, if you know the server allows it. I'll try an experiment with shutter door ramp blocks. Here we go. Will this will work or not? To be honest, I'm not sure if there's 1, 3, 4, 2. 1. Right. So if I could put shutter doors over these things, it could look pretty cool. Because you could flip a switch and then like, all the turrets come up and the shutter doors open and stuff. But otherwise, on the face of it, it will look like kind of like a pretty unarmed vehicle. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to marry that back up down there. I think we will need. Now, trick is to get these other ones in line. Oh, I do hate these bloody things. They never line up. There we go. Actually managed to do it. Alright, cool. Now, are these... Now, yeah, that's a question. Are these going to be in the way of these guns here? Do the shutter doors need to be lower than where they are? Because that's going to restrict... I mean, actually, turrets don't have a lot of gun depression anyway, but... that might be restricting it even more. So, maybe... what I should do... Shut a door. Shut a door, hell. Just too many of them. Ramp blocks, sorry, not even shut doors, are they? So that allows the turret a little bit more gun depression. It will be a bit odd because these stick up a little bit. even when they're closed, but I think I can live with that. And then I might just leave these ones open. But it would be nice to kind of put a wall there. That's the only drama. And I can't. I don't think there's any way of doing that. Unless I cut off that end bit. So I can bring that back. And I can probably... Oh, damn it. Alright, no worries. Do a lot of signal logic. It's going to be still going to be that gap there, but it's when these are retracted, I can build a wall up to that point there, where this block is here. Build a wall there. But there's going to be this gap here. There's nothing I can do about that between those, unless I move these rocket launchers back, which is entirely possible. And why am I not just doing that? That would solve everything. It's only one block. It's fine. Right. Let's block there. Build that wall. Why build ramps around the barrel? Just an aesthetic choice. Hey Brian, how's it going, man? Yeah, make sure it's not blocking the RT. Yeah, I try to. I will field test it against some POIs later, and I can always remove these ramp blocks if they are causing a problem. It's not the end of the world. Which way up does it go? There we go. There we go. Okay, so I now have a space between the RT turrets that will be hidden in these compartments, and I'll need to extract them again. How'd you come, boys? Take these things. There we go. Gotcha. Right, so what I was going to do is build a... What the hell did that go? There it is. And I'll build a sort of, in between each of these guns will be something a bit like this. Sorry, moving a bit quick there. Tripping out. Looking cool before smash down the Horde of Xerax. Exactly. You gotta look a bit, right? Brian, to answer your question, it's going. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. Keep an eye on the channel on Wednesday, because I'll find out more on Wednesday. But I think we're quietly confident. quietly confident that it will be okay. It's difficult to know for sure. We've never done anything like this, so I'm sure there's probably something that's going to go horribly wrong, or that we've overlooked and underestimated or something, but we will do our best. And I got some really good people helping me out, like Dragoon, Loose, Static, Jen, Blade. They've all been great helping me sort this out, and it's difficult for me to talk about it like that because it's a part of it. I don't want to say that it's like mine, you know, helping me out. I think we've just been a good team, you know. I hope that continues. I'm sure it will. But yeah, we've been putting in some serious hours so far. So that's what the side of the machine is going to look like roughly. I'll put something on the front and the back. Also want to put some more on the top here. But conscious of obviously not making it too tall, because like I said earlier, I want it to be relatively low profile. I know you're there, Dragoon. I know I'm talking about you in the third, but you know, as if you're not there, but I know you're there. I'm saying nice things, so you know, deal with it. Yeah, because we've got 4 rocket launchers, 4 artillery. I want a couple of plasmas along the top. Some plazzies, right? And they are perfect size. Just sit on top of the arty turrets like that. Alright. Grow plots, grow plots. Yeah. Hence why I said hi. Alright, okay. Sorry, I thought you were making a point, Dragoon. Like, he's left me out again. Go. Haven't. Calm. Some smaller sort of plinty things. What do you call these things? I don't even know. Doesn't look like much at the moment, but that is the weapons platform. So the hardest bit there, I think, is done. You've got all the guns in where I want them to be. Now I just need to build around them. So all this side is probably going to be combat steel, but inside I'll put hardened steel to try and keep the weight down at least some bit. Well, let me put a layer behind each turret. As each turret gets blown up, there's still a layer of armor to fall back on. God, right, hang on. Alright, there we go. Okay. Whew. Yos, Sir Darklight, what's up, man? Welcome along. Welcome along. So, now I need to flip the symmetry mode. Do I need to flip the symmetry mode? Depends which side I'm going to do. The front is going to be asymmetrical, but the back is going to be symmetrical to a degree. Right, let me turn it off for now. And finish this armor off. Lag shot. Okay. Spanj. I got your meaning, dude. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Damn autocorrect. You're absolutely right. So back to that symmetry now. Right. This is okay. This is where all the engines are going to go. But I need to obviously work them around the thrusters here. So I'm going to need a few more hardened steel blocks, I think. Right. And more engines. 36. That's definitely not going to be enough. Oh, 78. That's, you know, reasonable. Let me just layer that up. Layer that up. And like that. Yeah, we'll sort that out later. Okay. Basic shape of the engines. Let's think about this. What do I want them to look like? Square, rounded, angled. I think angled would look pretty cool because it's already sort of like an angled structure anyway. Let's just close that off a second. I've got this kind of like natural angle going on here between these turrets anyway. So probably not going to be enough thrusters, is it? That might be. Right. The gaps behind there I'll reserve for some RCS work at a later time. Let's just encase these bad boys for now, because I'm going to build some nice stuff around them. Some fluff. Some nice fluff. We'll have some fluff. It's all good. So, how do you do fluff? I don't want to obscure them too much, but at the same time, I don't want to give them too much room. Kind of debating whether to have them half obscured, like that. Have like an inner and outer. If you do that, you're gonna. It's the best way to eliminate that kind of that square, the block grid look of the engines. Because you can't manipulate the shape of engines; they're always going to be square. So you can do something like that. It makes those engine ports look a bit small. There's no way you can avoid that last bit, unfortunately. Make your rear engine look a bit like that, which is it's okay. XOR. What's going on? One door, two switches. Which circuit do I need? One door, two switches. What? Well, it depends. Do you want both switches to open it, or do both switches have to open it? Like you have to use both switches to open it, or do you want either switch to open it? Yes. Which one? What bloody answer my dad would give. Yeah, give him a question and he just says yes. So, which one? So, what you can do, if you're protecting your engines, right? Because you do a bit of shaping like I did there, but obviously they're still exposed. There's no grates covering them or anything like that. So you do another layer with the grates, and then you do another 2 layers with the blocks, right? And I'll tidy this up a bit later so it looks a bit nicer. And then you can put the same here. And suddenly you've still got the same effect, but now you've got the grills there to protect it. Obviously, I don't want these engines just stick out that much on their own. They look kind of out of place, so I will build in some. I'll cut into this stuff later, and we'll build some fluff to make it look nicer and less exposed, kind of thing. So let's press on with the rest of this thing for the time being. All right. I think that'll be enough for us to make it go forward anyway. You've got to remember this is combat steel, so it's bloody heavy. I don't know what's going on in the chat. If both, right? What? So one switch outside, one inside. Tie-dye. So yeah, outside a HV, flick switch to open once, inside flick to ND switch to close doors. Right. Second switch to close the doors. So why don't you have a motion sensor on the outside that opens them, and then a switch on the inside that closes them? But then, to be honest, if you set the motion sensor to follow, as soon as you go inside, as soon as you leave the motion sensor's field of influence, the doors will close anyway. So the only reason to have switches is if you want them to hold up, stay open. If you just want to go in and out and not have to deal with them opening, but then a motion sensor would open them for you anyway if you get near them. So Why? Why are you doing 2 switches, Dragoon? Why? It makes no sense. See, now you got me thinking about that. Alright, I need to get back to this. Right. Easily distracted. Alright. So now I need to turn the symmetry back off because now I'm working on this side. And this side is going to be where all the generators and stuff are, but there's not going to be any weapons here. I might put in a couple of Gatlins just to protect it from, like, some Zirax or something like that. But this side is going to be relatively unarmed. Everything offensive is on this side, so you can just drive in a circle around whatever you want to obliterate, essentially. So, what shape do I give the unarmed side? Something basic, but reasonably interesting, I guess. With piping. I feel like it needs piping. So I'm going to keep with hard steel on this side, and maybe the absolute outer layer is going to be combat steel. Motion sensor will work well and be less annoying. Good call. Spanj doesn't like motion sensors. Yeah, okay. I mean, Jesus, I said that once, and it's like, I don't like the noise that the motion sensors make. They annoy the hell out of me, especially when they're constantly going off. But, you know, at the same time, they're better. As a Switch. Yeah, fine. I'm going to cut into this a lot, I think, to make this more interesting. But thank you for following, Dark Knight. Thank you very much. I kind of want to give this kind of a really weird sharp sort of upward, and then a really long but kind of gently sloped upward kind of angle thing, the jig going on. That's a word. Sticking with it. Yeah, new blocks, please. Yeah, like I said, I'll cut into this a lot because this is just going to be a flash surface for now, but flat shape. Wait, what? Just put some lag shot in everywhere, at least one layer, every direction really. Whoops. Right. So I want to get the cockpit sort of stuff done really. Switch to laptop. Phone too laggy. Is the phone laggy again? I haven't got a ping trace running. 0.9 dropped frames, so I think I'm doing alright. the cockpit, right, is going to be off to this one side here. I'm going to be sort of be sat here to drive it, kind of thing. But on the inside here, I'm going to have a load of passenger seats lined up against some like computer terminals, like gunners, basically. So I think it'll look pretty cool. But yeah, it's going to be an odd, really odd asymmetrical thing. But let's see how it turns out, I guess. Instead of lag shot, call it live shot. Without you won't live. Yeah, good point. Nice. Or live shot. Live shot. Armor for everyday living. Have you had your live shot armor today? Think how to do this. It's the best way to do this. It's like, you know, it's not an easy cockpit to build. It's actually not a massive amount of space in here. Bear in mind, to stand you need 3 blocks, right? So I've raised this floor already, so this is probably going to have to go and become a slope block. Now this is that one. I'll draw the line at that one. So there's your 3 block height is there, right? But I got the floor raised, so that's your ceiling. If I bring that forward, but I don't want to, so I might actually turn that raised floor into a feature somehow, and keep the cockpit on this level here somehow. I haven't quite figured that out yet. See if I do So this is the thing, like I said at the beginning, I was like, I like the idea of building vulnerabilities in, just because it tells a better story. So I know it sounds weird, but this under armor on the front, this cockpit is going to be quite exposed. So if you're this side of the tank, you're dead. You're dead. I mean, the sheer firepower there is just, it's going to end anyone's dreams. But on the front here, I'll have like a couple of Gatling turrets, but I'll bunker them in so that they're sort of, they can only shoot forward, kind of thing. And then I might put another couple of Gatlings embedded into the armor back here, so it can kind of cover it from that side. But I'll have no protection on the top of it, no protection behind it, and if somebody was to snipe the cockpit, you know, then that's game over for that lot, isn't it? But it's got to have these weaknesses, otherwise it's just going to be stupid. Why, Spanj? Why would you build weaknesses into something? I don't know. It will become clear in time. Hate these cockpits, man. They always screw me over. Like, how high they are. The hitboxes on them are ridiculous. Like that. It's crazy. No. It's not where I said. There it is. Been building that way since I seen you do that. Added to it my build and tell me oh, it's too bulky. Yeah, it does. It's difficult. It's difficult to build things that have good armor and look good. It's not very easy, but my boy X-Cow's been doing it for a while now. He's so annoying. So annoying, little bastard. Joey took my miner, right? I was quite proud of that little miner that I did, the Spanj miner 04. He took that. I'm not bitter. And then he made it better. Like, how could you do that? Bastard. Punch it, Chewie. It is a bit. Yeah, it's a bit, isn't it? That was, yeah, fair point. Yeah, it's a happy accident. Punch it, Chewie. Alright, this bit down the middle though kind of screws that whole idea up though, doesn't it? Let's glass. Glass is fun. To get it to line up everywhere. Look at that, it's going to look pretty cool though, isn't it? Look at that. That is pretty sweet. Well, I think it is anyway. And that's all that matters. I've got a bad feeling. God damn you! Got a bad feeling about this. That's it, literally. I'm gonna have to go watch Star Wars now. Thanks, Dragoon. I don't know whether to continue the slope down or to square it off. You might square it off, see what that looks like. And if it looks horrible, I'll change it. That's what I like about this HV factory. You wouldn't know that it's dark out. It looks okay. Looks alright. JRup76, thank you very much for resubscribing for 2 months. Thank you. That is awesome. Very cool of you, sir. Yeah. No. Ew. Yeah. I'll get it the right orientation in a second. Just bear with. No, that's the wrong way round. That's the right way round. There we go. There we go. It's going to look too blocky though, isn't it? This should be sloping down another way. How am I going to do that corner though? Ah. Ah. Idea. Idea. Great tune. Right, be alright, be alright, be alright. Is there a half block for that? I don't think there is. There usually isn't. When I ask that question, is there a block for that? The answer is usually, nah mate. Elion hates you. They don't want you to be happy. They revel in your misery. What? Where did... It went there, it's fine. It's all good. So now I've got this weird thingy on the side here, which actually I'm not too upset with. I think it's alright. But I need to kind of like do something with it. Because otherwise it's just weird. Right. Such a cool tune. What is that? What have I just built? What is the meaning of this? Do not understand. I kind of feel like it should be like that from all the way along. Get rid of all this, get rid of all that, get rid of all that, get rid of all that. Bah, 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 bah. Like a kind of sensor spike. Spike. It's a spike. I feel like this side is like too flat. It upsets me. Well, that's just wrong. Alright, fine. What's going on in the chat? The blocks are alive. They kind of tell you how they want. Yeah, they do. No half block. What do you mean no half block? Be one with the blocks. They will guide you, you young Padawan. The blocks will never guide you. They will betray you. They always betray you. Betray you. That's the wrong one. Is it that one? Yeah, but not like that. Like that. And then that one is that one. But it's kind of like, what's the point? Because now I've got this dent here, so I may as well just make them two squarey blocks. Except that one. That one needs to be that one. Yeah! Alright, now I need to do the other side on the others. Yeah, I should have, as soon as I put those cockpits, I should have symmetry moded that, but what else? I'm not sure about this spike. I kind of like the idea of a spike. I'm not sure about it. Ba, ba, ba. What is this? What is this? Cool, 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 cool. What? Yeah. I gotta leave it there for now, and then I might come back to it once I've decided whether it's supposed to be there or not. Minigun turrets. 2 of them. Here-ish. Retractable OBS. Point of non-retractables. But with a gap. With a gap. We need a gap. Between that, we need to seal this off really. Right. Then one there, and one there, right? Should they be lower? I feel like they should be lower. Cool. Excellent. Is that too much restriction? That is a lot of restriction. There's a lot of restriction on that. At the same time, I want a bit more than that though. Maybe a combination. This is gonna ugh, what the hell am I doing? It's just an odd shape. Really odd shape. One row up, 2 blocks left. I don't know what you're referring to now. Too much of a delay in the chat. Yeah, it kind of works better than this one. I was kind of hoping to make them kind of rounded, but I think, to be honest, if I used this one, it would look horrible. Well, I'll try it on this one. Show you. Might not look too bad actually. I should prefer that to this one, to be honest. Maybe I was wrong. Now the key is you can make it sort of rounded on the inside, but not all the way. I can't make the bottom rounded, I'll have to just be square, but the top at least will look like a rounded tunnel for now. Doesn't look great, does it? And that just accentuates the fact that it's out of alignment with the other. There's another thing that annoys me about these goddamn blocks. That doesn't line up with the curve of that. It leaves this weird lip. What am I supposed to do with that? Delete half the base? There's two elliptical kind of holes in the front now for these turrets, but I need to shape them somehow. How the hell do I do that? Sometimes you just have to tear it down and start again because it ain't right. So, I think how best to do this. Basically, I thought instead of having the elliptical things there, I have a sort of inverted kind of inverted version of this, but on the front for these two guns that will just sort of hang there in these alcoves rather than those weird elliptical things that I had going on there. I think it will look a little bit better. But what I'll do is kind of draw it down to the underside of this thing maybe, and then bring that forward. Actually, so it forms almost like a scoop. Let's see if we can do it. Interesting. kind of like that. Don't forget the plasma turrets. Yeah, I'll sort the plasma turrets out in a bit. That's fine. I haven't forgotten about those badges. Oh, I appreciate you reminding me. Thank you very much. Actually, these should be inset slightly, shouldn't they? Like that. God damn you, Elion. Swine. It might be quite a cool feature, I guess. I was going to cut into the hull anyway. Bit of texture, innit? Son of a bitch. That's the problem with building in a base sometimes. You just end up deleting the goddamn base. Yeah, I can live with that. That'll look pretty cool. Like an overlay type thing. Sweet. Important thing is, I think these turrets look a hell of a lot better because of that little exercise. Deco already with the build, yeah? Yeah. If the opportunity arises, why not? I should probably close. I should move this column. Yeah, because that's not in line, is it? I need to move this column or duplicate it at least. Yeah. That's a bit better, I think, for those rather than those goddamn elliptical bloody things. They were horrible. So I need to somehow now elegantly transition this into that. Elegantly. Yes. No, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that either, so I might just do something very basic. Like that, basically. Yeah. Maybe I could put a spike on this side as well. A bit of piping. Piping always saves the day. I'll just do that. There you go. Feature. Made out of combat steel. Good choice. Alright, I'll come back to that, I think. I will need to do something with this top as well. That should be relatively easy to do. I can... difficult to see now. It's too bright. Monster, isn't it? It's a monster. Alright, what are we going to do with these plasma turrets? You guys are just too goddamn bright. That's better. I'm not burning my retinas out now. It's always good. So with the plasmas, I wasn't actually going to do much with them in terms of like bunkering them. I was going to leave them as they are, kind of thing, in regards to bunker. Kind of like that, really, and that was it. Because they're going to retract anyway. So obviously, what I do need to do is put some stuff around them, and then I might actually do that. There we go. More half blocks just to annoy Dragoon. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of harvesters is a good shout. Yeah, I might, these scoops are a bit sharp, so I might sort of bring them out a bit. Get some harvesters along there. But yeah, the size of this thing is probably going to require those harvesters. Yeah, it's a nasty broadside, but it's all, like I say, it's all on one side. And the top of the tank is going to remain pretty unprotected. Get rid of that. And this is what I meant earlier when I said I'm probably going to cut into this this flat side here with a little bit more character. So bring this ceiling armor over from the gun turrets here. And I'm going to cut into this side armor in a second. How best to do it. So let's get rid of you lot. You. Ooh, bit too much off the top there. Right, so let's see. Where's my head height? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So these ones are head height. So if I bring those all the way along here. Then we can bring this down at a sharper angle. Again, cut in. New blocks, please. And then an even sharper angle again. So cut these out. Now I can either put one of these in, or put one of these in and cut this one out as well. So let's have a look, see what that looks like first of all. So we'll have that texture, or that texture. And I think I actually prefer the harshness of that cut out there. It gives a little shelf. So let's do that. Bring that across. And then suddenly that's not so boring over here now. Move you over. Definitely starting to look a bit like a gun carrier, I think. 1, 2, 3, yep. If I can cut these blocks away to give us a little bit more room on the inside. But I need to remember I haven't actually given any forward thrust yet. So at the moment this thing can't stop. It can go forwards, left and right. It cannot reverse. So this space I think is probably going to be reserved for that. Now, if only you could dock SVs onto HVs, this would be a badass land carrier. If only. That would be nice, wouldn't it? It's coming, I think. I think it will be coming into the game soon. When, I don't know, but I can't imagine Elion will hold on to that much longer. So this, I think, I can carry on up as is. This can. And no, I've done that wrong. Should I, well, might not be a bad shout to have that. Now I can tell the sun goddamn sets. I took the lights off. Damn it. Bingo. Only thing left to do is to seal these guns off, I think. And that's the combat steel done. To be honest, I'm just going to literally do that. And then in between, I will fill it with hardened steel. Isolate each gun. That's the oh god, where am I? Right, there we go. I know I saw a gap there somewhere. There's another one. There we go. Right. You know, one thing I haven't done. How do you get into it? Yeah. So I can't get into the back because there's engines. I might do something with that. I'm not entirely happy with that. I think the angle is too sharp. I think it would look better if it was a shallower angle, which we can do with the 33s, but it's even more difficult, to be honest. But now, entrance top. Yeah, I thought about that. Could put a hatch in the top, like here, for example. Be a good place for a hatch. Or I could put a door to the side here. don't know. No, because like initially I'm like, let's just put a door there. Wouldn't be the first time I've done a top hatch. Okay. Top hatch I think is a good call. Let's do that. Sink it maybe? Let's do that. Be alright. Hey cat, how's it going? Ah. What am I doing? There we go. You're gonna have to use a jetpack to get in and out of it. It's as simple as that. No grill cap, Moo Moo. He's been helping us out with the server. Ah, crap. Now I've put you in it, Moo Moo. Now they're going to be asking you all sorts of questions. Possibly. They know Dragoon's been well, but on the server they haven't been asking them, so, so you should be alright. There we go, alright. I kind of like, part of me is like, oh, I'll just fill this in, but at the same time actually, little places like that are very good for RCS placement. Right, before I forget, I'm going to put some reverse thrust in this thing. And I'm actually going to use the jet engines because I don't have that much space to put them. I need all the thrust I'm going to get with these badges. Six is just not going to be enough, so I'm loath to place him there. I am loath to place him there. So, oh, what was that? God damn it. Might be enough. Elliot need to add ladders. They really do. They really do. Got carried away on a CV for Shattered Realm. Ooh. Wait, is that a CV for your playthrough that you're currently doing, or something else? Jeez. I don't know why I do add shaping to the underside. I need to add another layer down here, which is actually not a bad shout to do. Half layer should be fine, but the only problem with half layers is you can't then like put things on them like docking things. So maybe a full layer. I can't put one there. It's gonna screw that up. Oh yeah, I got more back here, haven't I? Right, here we go. Another 6. What does that give us? 10 meters a second forward, 7 meters a second backwards, and 7 in either direction. Oh boy! She ain't going anywhere quickly, that's for sure. Oh, damn. This is combat steel, isn't it? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. She is not going anywhere very quickly. That's a faux show. Part of me is like, now I want to... No, it's going to ruin that side. But from the front, it's going to look so much better if it is there. I need to add some hover engines in. I haven't actually done that yet. This is a problem I always have with hover vessels. I always forget so much. Look at the goddamn hover engines. Dear. Right. Well, these gaps in between are perfect for this, then, aren't they? So, please make sure the tank can fit in XCal's new CV. Use the new hover RCS engines. Yeah, they'll work. Changes movement. Just have to use max of 8 to help. Right. Do these actually, are they actually going to do anything? 4 kilonewton torque, 120 kilonewton. I don't. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with the hover engines and regulars, I think. Regulars. Right, so this side is going to have all the weight. So let's stack up the hover engines quite thickly over here. On the other side, I won't put that many. You can only have 4. Oh, right. So they won't do much. Right. Okay. Are you talking about Dark Knight? Both what? Both what? These, and these? All 3? Or just put 4 of those? You can only have 4 of those. Max placeable. Max amount 4. I'm over limit anyway. I'm over limit. But I will. Let me place these and I'll see how it handles, and then we can always add more later if need be. Right, boosters. I can't rotate these, can I? Ah, damn it. I imagine there'll be much demand for boosters. Not on this something that weighs this much, at least, anyway. No. You never know. Right, I am going to do it. Did this earlier. We can take this entire row out again. Up to there. And we are going to put it back in. And then yeah, I got it. Take this row out. I hate these corners. I hate these corners. They suck. They really do suck. The worst. They are the worst. So, just have to do that sometimes. Okay, so with these now, I can do this all the way across. Some more hover engines over this side, but not as many. And we'll see. Big and green. The green workers hover plus RCS plus thrust. Oh right, okay. Howdy, Bone Dog. How the devil are you, sir? Bone Dog here. He is quite the builder as well, everyone. I've been putting some very cool stuff up on my Discord. So it's crazy. So a lot of you guys have. A lot of you guys. I don't know why you watch me, to be honest, because it's you guys are way better than me at this sort of stuff. It's crazy some of the stuff you come up with. It's amazing. It's so cool. All right. Hello. That's I'm out of God mode. So some of these then. No, it'll literally. Maybe I dropped it. There you go. It's slower now. It's even slower. 1 degree. I haven't put any RCSs in, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to see. But it can turn at 0.1 degree a second, which is stellar. I have just basically built this thing out of combat steel, so it's probably gonna suffer performance-wise. It's all good. It's all good. So there we go. Right, we've got plenty of hovers. It should give us, because they're sort of inset quite a way, they should give us a good-ish tilt on either side. Right. Now I did say earlier I was going to see if I can wangle a couple of Gatling turrets into the side here as well, didn't I? I have slightly forgotten about them. Wangle. These shells would make ideal platforms for them. So, to that end. Oh god. Okay. I'll free up some space above it in a second. There we go. So I got a couple of them inside now. You can't mix the two different hover engines effectively. I tried on my level 3 starter H3. The green may hurt you with hover height. They only allow 1.5 meters as opposed to 3 on the blues. The green ones have built-in RCS and thrust. Basically, don't use them if you want to use actual thrusters. Okie dokie. Right, okay. We will take these out and replace them all with just RCSs then. Oop, fuck. RCS. You're gonna need a few of these. You stand by. Yeah, I do. Here we go. Right. You feel these little holes that you sort of develop throughout the ship as you sort of build it. You can just pop RCSs in there. It's all good. Right. That looks like a great little place for an armor locker. Or cement. Don't want combat steel anymore. I've had enough of that. Right. fact, let's get rid of it entirely. Let's bring in the normal steel blocks and the plastic blocks because we're going to start using those. Because we're inside now. But before I go on a crazy... what's that? On a crazy deco crusade. Just... There we go. Right, let's put some RCSs in. What does that give us? Turn rate 0.32 degrees. Oh my lord! This entire thing is combat steel. Rip fuel usage. Yeah, I know, right? It won't even turn. Right, so we are just literally gonna have to fill the floor, I think, with RCSs. The floor is made of RCSs. There you go. And that's RCSs. And that's RCSs. And that's RCSs. That's RCS. I did pull in 300. We're up to 1.9 degrees per second. Yeah. I knew weight was going to be a problem. Damn. Right. Another wall of RCSs. We've got a lot of space in here, and we don't necessarily need a lot of space in here, so I am not worried about filling up a lot of it with things like RCSs. How much does it weigh? It is currently 322 tons. I haven't even put any generators or fuel tanks in here. So, I want to do that. We're going to need a lot of those. We're going to need a lot of these. Okay, that might be enough. 390 generators. Yay. Might be alright. See about this. You've made CVs with way less than that. Yes! I bet you have. So, I'm just trying to think. Best fuel tank. Is like on the side of the guns, so actually let's put it on the other side. That'll be a bad idea, putting them there. I'm getting some weird lag coming through, so I apologise if this stream starts going a bit funny. So much my little thick tank, yeah. Okay, that little hole that I had earmarked as a place for armor locker, it's no go, which means RCSs go there and there. Right. Not sure how much we're going to be able to afford to spread these out, really. There's a weird lag going on. That tank I used yesterday, my Rhino, is 968 tons and has 836 RCSs. Give you a rough idea. Yeah. I think so. Just do the replace command for every square block to be an RCS. It's a good idea. It is not a bad shout. I didn't want these to be actually touching the ceiling. Down a block, please, sir. How many generators did you have on that thing, Dragoon? The ceiling is made of RCSs. I need more RCSs. Damn Twitch and not transcoding the stream. Is it not transcoding the stream? Sorry, bud. Is that something that I could do? I don't know how to do that. If it is. Man, do you imagine these fuel tanks going? All these RCSs are gonna go. Right. We up to a reasonable better turn yet? 2.47 degrees a second. Come on. And we're forward at 3 meters a second now. And reverse at 5. Yeah. It might not move. It might not move. I was going to redo the engines actually, so I should be able to get more in if I redo these bad boys. Let me just do a selection. Let me just get rid of this entire setup here. Not quite happy with it anyway. Bye! Right. Yeah, okay. So what I was thinking, instead of doing steep angle, I was going to do shallow angles. Oh. Really? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh right, yeah, because that does go. That is. I'm getting confused because I like made it. That is weirdly. It looks so odd, doesn't it? But that is weirdly symmetrical. Oh, they only transcode partner streams. Yeah, I'm only affiliate because I don't stream often enough. I would have to stream a lot more than I do currently. Ah, it's even less. Sure, you're drowning in Patreon bucks by now. What do you do for a day job? I work at a school, if you must know. But yeah, the Patreon cash is certainly helping, and I haven't announced it yet, but I may as well let you guys know. I am now capable, thank you to the Patreons, I'm now able to do 1080p videos. I've upgraded the software that I use to the full version. It's just 1080p. Yay! Yeah, this angle is going to be really difficult. Ah. Yeah, I've done that wrong, haven't I? Because that's actually, they're supposed to go there. Yep. My bad. There we go. That makes more sense now. Yeah, you've upgraded. Yeah. It's good news. Nearly done. Let's look a bit better. I almost need like another little cluster in there. I'm worried if I put something there, it might start end up looking like a face again. I can't have that. It can't look like a face. I've done that too many times now. Hey, it's your face. Hello, Mr. Minion. No. No more. No more faces. What I can do is change that. But before I do that, I need to actually make sure that this thing actually does work. Albeit slow as all balls. Yeah, it ain't gonna go anywhere very quickly. Put it that way. Just give it a beard. Could give it a beard. Before I can move this thing, however, power it off. I do need to remove the core from where it is. That'll be a good idea, wouldn't it? That's God mode. Core. Core. Where can I stash the core? There. Right. Now then. 3 meters high behind. Takes a bit of getting unstuck. It's fine! It works fine! Everybody's moaning about it, like, you know. Look at that, it turns like a beast. I need less RCSs. This like turns too much. For its size, it looks too twitchy and stupid. I can get some good tilting on it. Look, I can almost roll it over. Ah, I can backflip it. I don't know what the statistics are moaning about. Look at this. It's a rocket. All right. Right. Yeah. It's not going to win any awards for like responsiveness or anything, but it goes forward, it goes backwards, it goes left, it goes right, it reverses, you can turn it. It's fine. It's great, in fact. There you go. It does have a slight lean, but that might be due to the terrain. Let's stick it on a flat surface and see what it looks like. There's too many RCSs, I think, on that badger. Right. Yeah, it's great. It's great, and the good news is I can get rid of a lot of these RCSs and make room for more fuel capacity because idling it's got 33 hours of fuel. How much does it have? Fuel at full speed, power left, moving around, spinning around, 467 minutes. I don't know why it's doing that in minutes, not hours, but power usage 12%. It's a beast! It's a beast. It's fine. Look at that. The stats lie a bit. Yeah, they do seem to lie just a tad, don't they? Because that is turning a little bit quicker than actually what I think it should. So I can get rid of a lot of these. They're not needed. They're just going to be consuming more power than I need to consume, really. Yeah. The ceiling is made of RCSs. Well, maybe I can eat into those and add more fuel tanks, but then, you know, let's make the roof very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. I can take this middle layer out of RCSs. Or would that be taking too many out? Ooh. It's that lag again. Just cover that big block of RCSs with cargo boxes and it will look like a cargo hold. There you go. That's the right attitude. Right, so I remove loads of those RCSs. Let's see. Still turns like an animal. Absolute animal. I kind of want the. I do want it to turn a little bit slower because I don't want it to turn so quickly that it's ridiculously. I don't like it. It's a huge, heavy tank. It shouldn't turn quickly. I know it's weird. You want to make something like as good as it could possibly be, but. I don't know. It's not all about that. Is that lag again? Pretty weird. Alright, let's make sure it's still turning. Yeah. She's just an animal. That handles like a stabbed rat. What are you talking? Okay. Is that not good? As in it's flailing around all over the shop. Or, because I mean, I presume a stabbed rat is probably dead. No. Plastic. And the weight down, isn't it? Right, that's starting to be a little bit more reasonable now. Yeah, I have to move the mouse in order to turn it all the way around, so... Right, but the good news is it works. And what I need to do is hook up all the turrets to signal logic with these shutter doors. So that when you flip the signal, all this opens. Missing a block. And you get the full broadside of these artillery guns. All in here. And I shall do that. Right. What do I call it? Spanj, the only person who tries to slow down a vessel instead of just desperately trying to speed it up, like I always do. It's gotta have a personality, you know. It's gotta suck at something. So the Nightshade is so brilliant because it's just got so much personality. It sucks at almost everything, but it still wins everything. You gotta have, yeah, it's gotta have a personality. It's gotta be good. Otherwise, it's too good. It's just, you don't care about it, you know. So, yeah, I need to call it something. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. All the sort of fluff and texturing and stuff like that. I'll do that off camera like I did last stream and put it on the workshop. But I think that turned out alright. I will do something with these engines at the back here. Let's see if I can add another layer, maybe. Whacker! Nice, Sticks, nice. Hello! Hi, Sticks, how you doing? I didn't know you were there, buddy. Welcome along. Thanks for joining me. Whacker's not bad. It's a bit whacker, mate. It's like an Aussie tank, isn't it? A whacker. You may as well just call it the wanker. That broadside though is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. So yeah, I might post a video on YouTube actually. Not about it. Taking this thing out against some POIs. The keel haul. That's not bad. Quite like that keel haul. The whacker. The keel haul. Alright. Keel haul. I might add a bit more armor up on the roof here. A bit of laggy shot. But yeah, getting in and out, you are going to need a jetpack. Side swipe. Keel haul broadside. Side swipe is quite cool, Dragoon. Good suggestion. Interesting beast. Yeah. Alright. Anybody, any advancements on sideswipe? Because I think I'm going to go sideswipe. The grinder. The grinder. It does look a bit like a grinder. Especially that scoop at the front. Looks like it's going to grind you. Now, I want something that's going to, that really covers the function of this thing, you know. Sideswipe. Broadside. Something broadside. Strafer, hammerhead. It's not really a hammerhead though, is it? Sledge. Sledge. Sledge, now there's a name. The Ninja Gecko. I love that name. The Ninja Gecko. I might call it the Ninja Gecko. The Ninja Gecko. Bloody hell, I can't even freaking say it. The Ninja Gecko has subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing, sir. Very kind of you. Thank you very much. Alright, Fluff, take it easy, bud. Thanks for joining me today. It's great to have you. Yeah. What did I say there? Sledge. Alright, guys. I'm not gonna go with any it sounds really bad, doesn't it? I'm not gonna go with any of your bloody suggestions. You bastards. I'm gonna call it the Sledge. Stanley. Sledge. No, actually thinking about that now. Sledge is what you ride down hills on in the snow, isn't it? Anvil. I've got something called the Anvil already. But actually, why not? Why not Anvil? Because the ship that I've got called Anvil at the moment is completely utterly out of date and redundant, and it needs to be completely redone. Sideswipe is good. Dragoon. I will give you that. Slayer. I know sledge is short for sledgehammer. Sled is what you're right, but it's still like it's almost too play on, isn't it? Sled. Side swipe. Anvil. Alright. So Darker Knight, I'm going to give you the award today. I am going to call it Anvil. Galleon, mother-in-law. I'm going to call it the Anvil. Because the CV that I've got Anvil with is, yeah, it needs to be redone anyway. So I will call that one something else. Anvil. Keep an eye on my workshop, guys, because this will probably appear in the next few days at some point. The Anvil Heavy Broadside Hover Tank. Once I fluffed it up, and no, not like that. Textured it, painted it, make it look pretty. It will be on a workshop, and I'll make sure it's got nice signal logic in there as well for you guys. But that is all from me today. I think that turned out all right. For 2 hours, just over 2 hours. Not bad effort. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It's really great to hang out with you guys. Also, just keep an eye on my YouTube channel this week, because there's some important information coming out about Shattered Realm and where that is. So yeah, but thanks everyone. Same time next week. I hope to see you then. 1 hour 25 minutes. What are you on about, Dragoon? Anyway, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Take care. Have a good week, and I will see you next time. Cheers.